If you've ever wondered how Zapier integration works, this video is going to make it super simple. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the basic workflow inside Zapier so you can connect apps, automate tasks, and get your first automation up and running without feeling overwhelmed. If this tutorial helps, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more easy software guides just like this. Alright, let's get started. First, go to Zapier in your browser and sign in to your account. Once you're inside, look for the Create button. This is where you begin building a new automation. Zapier calls these automations zaps, so when you hear that word, just think of it as your workflow or your automated process. After clicking Create, select Zap Workflows. This opens the area where you can build the full automation step by step. The first part of every Zap is the trigger. A trigger is the event that starts the automation. For example, it could be a new email in Gmail, a new row in Google Sheets, or a new form submission. Think of the trigger as the when this happens part of the workflow. Now click on Trigger. Zapier will ask you to choose an app for the trigger. In this example, you can search for Gmail and select it. Once you choose the app, Zapier will then ask you to select the event. This is the specific trigger action inside that app. So if you're using Gmail, the event could be something like a new email matching your search or a new email in your inbox. Choose the event that fits your workflow, then continue. Next, Zapier will ask you to connect your account. This is how Zapier gets permission to access the app you selected. Sign into your Gmail account or whatever app you're using and complete the connection. Once that's done, your trigger is ready. Now it's time for the action. Click on Action because this is the second half of the automation. If the trigger is when this happens, the action is then do this. This is the step where Zapier actually performs the task for you. Search for and select another app, such as Google Sheets. This will be the destination or the app where the action happens. After selecting the app, click on Choose an Event and pick the action you want Zapier to perform. For example, you might add a new row in a spreadsheet, send data to a sheet, or update an existing entry. Choose the event that matches your goal. Just like before, Zapier will ask you to log into your account for that app. Connect your Google Sheets account or whichever app you chose so Zapier can complete the automation. At this point, your workflow has both a trigger and an action, which means the core integration is now built. Once both apps are connected, click Build It at the top. This helps Zapier finalize the setup and prepare the workflow for testing. Before publishing, always test your Zap. Click Test Run and make sure everything works the way you expect. Testing is important because it lets you catch mistakes before the automation goes live. If the test runs successfully, the final step is to click Publish. That's it. Your Zapier integration is now active and your automation will start running whenever the trigger event happens. In simple terms, Zapier works by connecting one app to another, watching for a trigger, and then automatically completing an action for you. So if you want to save time, reduce repetitive work, and connect your favorite tools without coding, Zapier is a powerful solution. And now you know exactly how the integration process works from start to finish. If this video helped you understand Zapier better, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.